Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline of what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline of what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. Turn me up, I like my money like I like my niggas. Green face card, never decline of what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claim it, it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. turn me up. I like my money like I like my niggas green. Face card, never decline or what I mean. Act up and you gon' make me make a scene. Only time you hear my voice is when they play me on the screen. Got bad habits, I'm not the one you wanna keep. She a trap star, put that lady on a tree. Got her ass so shook, she shaking like an apple tree. Yeah, this life ain't meant for you, but baby girl, it's meant for me. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. What it do? This my boo, she from the south. We running man just like these bitches run they mouth. I got the juice, but they still claiming it's a drought. If I say I'm coming through, I'm about to flip the house. That boy crazy, say he tryna have my baby. Hold on, Slim Shady, just like Mariah, drive him crazy. Got him stressed, make him feel it in his chest. Ask him how it feel, just like a bullet with no vest. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me. This lifestyle got girlies clocking on my teeth. This lifestyle can get you far, know what I mean. This lifestyle ain't meant for you, it's meant for me.
Can y'all hear me now? Let me know if you guys can hear me. I hope everybody's doing well. What's going on, Gorilla Lies and Bro Bros? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right. So, listen, we got a couple of things that we want to talk about. Okay. We got some updates to what's been going on out here in these streets. But before we get started, do we have any vibrant birthdays? Do we have any anniversaries? Do we have anything that we need to shout out or celebrate before we get into it? Okay. Because y'all know that's the important part of being a part of this community. Okay. Community acknowledgement. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, Chandra, the Fly 2 chick. All right. So everybody's good. Hey, Natasha, girl. She says she doing homework. Do your homework and stay out the chat. Don't be in and out the chat. Do not be in and out the chat. Do your homework before I call your professor. Now, you know I can find anybody. Okay. Don't make me call your professor and tell your professor that instead of doing your work, or as they say in the South, getting your lesson. Okay. Who grew up with somebody saying, um, you better get your lesson instead of do your homework? Granny used to say, get your lesson. Get your lesson, okay? Get your lesson and stay out the chat, girl. That's what you do. So listen, I hope y'all are doing well. I am ready to get into it. Listen, y'all, I have been editing Cherry Files, remastering them because I wanted to make them much better. I'm a bit of perfectionist, and so that slows me down sometimes. But it does take a lot to make the AI characters and stuff like that. I feel like I have to spend a whole day doing that and then record the voiceover and then put it together. It's a little bit of a process. So be patient with me. I'm sorry for being on West Coast time because I know that y'all don't really appreciate the West Coast time. I know y'all don't. Okay. I know how y'all are. Anyway. Nuh-uh, just Moses for Life says, get your letter because we're in a relationship. I will be in your algorithm and you will um find me quite entertaining, enjoyable, and annoying all at the same damn time. I promise you I'm the perfect combination of all of those things. Oh no, it's buffering? Lord. Really? Okay, I see what's going on. I restart, the VPN automatically comes on. And so I just have to disconnect it because for whatever reason, the VPN, I got it set on a setting to really keep us safe. And so it'll like bounce around. It doesn't just stay on one place. It doesn't stay in one place. So it just keeps going. So as you said, it's froze again? Okay, let me look on my phone and see what's going on. Let me see. What is happening? Okay, we're back. Y'all are sure? I should have checked. I should have known that it would have did that. So we're good. Okay, we're good. All right. Sound is good. We're good. We're back. Okay. So what all did y'all hear? What was the last thing that y'all heard? Okay. Thanks, Lovejoy. What was the last thing that y'all heard? What was the last things? So what I was explaining is that we've been working on okay, thank you, Dancing with Nature. I appreciate it. All right. So we've been doing our thing, editing our little soap opera and all this kind of stuff. So sorry for the West Coast time. Okay. Please forgive me for being on our West Coast time. I know how y'all be like, y'all need to go to bed and all this kind of stuff. Okay. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get into these topics. I was feeling very, very nosy. And I was like, you know what? Let's get into it. We need to bring some vibes back up in here. Okay. Welcome back to the Vibers. And speaking of which, most of you guys know now that YouTube ended my quote unquote banning. So my Nyla Says and Growing Vibes channels are back. They just did not allow me to get the subs or the content, but whatever. As long as we don't have the BS going on and all this kind of stuff. But shout out to the Viber. She knows who she is. I don't, y'all need to tell me maybe if we need to address this or not. But using my built name that I grew so fast multiple times only to have hating ass hoes take, flag me down and shit like that. I kind of want to address this, not over here, but on the other channel for sure. Because I don't know if you guys saw this, but y'all know Kenny Lattimore, right? Y'all know Kenny Lattimore? Kenny Lattimore and Judge Faith, y'all know that they are married. So their video, for whatever reason, popped up in my algorithm, right? And I feel like this is like right in my mouth. Okay, there we go. So their video popped in my algorithm. And I didn't know, I thought it was a joke or whatever, but they're complaining because they have people making crazy videos about them that are lies, right? And the lies that these people have told on them, such as they're not married or they're divorced, they're fighting, all kind of stuff that some of you guys know that I've experienced as well. I didn't get a chance to finish the video because I had a lot of work to do, but Faith was, when I left off, it was obviously, she was talking about online trolls and how people believe them so much that Google was using the information that trolls wrongly and falsely put out there about them as gospel. And for a minute, like, because she starts it off and she's like, yeah, this is an attack on Black celebrities. I'm like, honey, before the celebrities came and took over YouTube, this was happening to regular people. I've experienced it. You know what I'm saying? So then I go to Instagram and I'm not even following her, or even the same video pops up. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is going to get some traction. Maybe they will stop this nonsense, this harassment and defamation that's allowed on the platform if a celebrity is affected by it, which I always knew that eventually, because a celebrity would end up when they first came out. You know what I'm saying? But Chismosa says, shouldn't Google have fact checking? But how do you do that? If there are 100 videos, like, y'all, like, without even getting into it, 100 videos that said I was in a wheelchair before I ever came on camera, people saw me. So that was the understanding. So no, I don't think you can do anything about it if there's a whole bunch of stuff, which you can prove it, but you can't make videos as fast as them. But anyway, we'll talk about that another time. But before we get into that, we need to shout out a sponsor. Lano Shopping 55. Okay, this is a member of our Rich Girl Club. This is a Viber, and this is a sister, and she owns an amazing, and I'm not just pumping her up, even though I'm pumping her up, but I'm doing it righteously. Her online store is amazing and comparable to anything else that's smoking out here. You guys got to give her a try. I'll leave the link down in the pin section of the comments, and check her out. Her stuff is great. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the shop, and then I'll be right back and we'll get right into the mess. Now, girl, you know we don't gatekeep over here. Get yourself over to LanoShopping55.com right now. And I mean now. Look at this price point for this cute outfit. Have we not been looking for a shop that, number one, is owned by a Black woman, but number two, actually has cute and affordable clothing? Yes, look no further. Honey, I was so shocked when one of our Vibers showed us the website. I was like, yo, how come we don't know about this stuff? But look, I'm putting you on, check it out. And when I tell you there is not a piece on there that I would not rock or buy for someone else. And the prices are amazing. The fashions are right on point. And what I really love about her shop is how inclusive it is. And when I say that, this is what I mean. You know how like all the sexy clothes are usually for the skinny chicks? Not on Lano Shop, honey. On LanoShopping55.com, even the plus size baddies get good looking gear. And the price is still right. Make sure you guys head over there because listen, free shipping on orders over $50. And honey, you're gonna wanna spend more than $50. And you can actually get on the email list for an additional percentage off of your order. You cannot beat it. Baby, look at those jeans. I cannot wait to put these hips in those jeans. Head over there. Let me know what you guys think about it. LanoShopping55.com. There will be a link pinned in the comment section. All right, and we're back to it. Look, I'm just laughing at this. Aaliyah TV said, I just saw someone else walking the other day that YouTube said was in a, like, I don't know, but like, that's just the common thing. Like people on YouTube are going to say you either, okay, these are the three things, right? The main three things. And the only thing I can tell you is the easiest way to tell that it's bullshit or a troll hating channel is typically they're talking about somebody that is a bigger entity than them. Typically the bigger views on that channel would be the person that they're talking about. That's a clue. And there's three things consistent with people about YouTube who make up shit. They're going to say that you're in a wheelchair. They are going to say that you are homeless. And they're going to say that you're a scammer or a thief or something like that. Those are the main things that they're going to say. I'm not saying that all those things could be, legit about people, but that's literally what the main go-to of is, that's what they say. But anyway, skip them. Did we say like, oh, not Sleepy said and dead. You know what? They will kill your ass too. They will kill your ass. They will, and they will say that somebody whooped your ass too. Okay. Cutie Pie Caramel said, even if somebody, that's why I didn't care about defending that, because it's like, okay, it's not a character flaw to be in a wheelchair. Just like when people said that we were homeless living in a van, that's not a character flaw. If we were, okay, does that make us bad? You know what I mean? So just like keep the energy. But what I can tell you is that even like if you go and you search my original channel's name is Nyla Says, do it. It's fun. I'm telling you. Listen, even if you do, like, oh my God, I lost my train of thought really quick. I should not be reading y'all's comments, but like, it doesn't really even matter if you're, wait a minute, don't forget, broke, they're rich. That's true. They're rich and you're broke. Here's the thing though. There is no one that has ever, and I'm telling you, it's basically, I want to say like, I think their last hurrah was like within the last year, because that's it was like in the last year or two that I absolutely just started saying, you know what, forget these people. I'm just going to show them something. And the more that you prove, the madder they make. So I would say, especially the hoes, okay? Especially them hoes, okay? It ain't one of them that was doing better than me. It ain't one of them that was getting more views. It ain't one of them that looked better. It ain't one of them that got more bread. It ain't none of them. And they could all, except for this latest one, they could all be my child. They're literally old enough to be my daughters. You know what I'm saying? So Chismosa said, if Nyla is in a wheelchair, Taz earned his Pepsi. If y'all don't know about the Pepsi, I don't know where y'all been. It'll come up another time. Because today we're going to get into some other people's business. Are we ready for it? Okay. I definitely am. So the first thing that I want to talk about today, I have not look, this is a non-racist channel, okay? But we primarily be talking about black people's bullshit. Okay. Do we not? Where my white people at? Okay. We primarily talk about black people. When some white folks is acting up, I am very, very happy and pleased to present y'all's bullshit because I just forget about y'all bullshit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But like y'all be fucking up. Okay. So I was so elated to see that Kevin Federline is running off at the mouth. Okay. This has got to be the most ridiculous, bitchiest, brokest baby daddy in history who came up off his chick. Mr. Kevin Federline. Okay. Mr. White Non-Chocolate. All right. So Kevin then wrote a book, and of course, he wants to come out here and go against Brittany. Brittany, I used to do a little content on Brittany, mostly the esoteric stuff, because I do believe that she is under attack. I may start putting some of those old videos that I used to do up about that or whatever. But listen, look, and excuse me, and I don't care who's offended. I use the N-word interchangeably. I don't care what your race is, okay? But anyway, this nigga here done ran out of money because he don't have Brittany's child support and wasn't she and alimony. He don't have her child support and alimony no more. So, you know, he a little broke, y'all. He a little broke, okay? He done ran out of her money. She not giving him none. So he can't get no job. Because remember, he was a backup dancer. I'm sorry. He has always given clucker to me. Something about Kevin Federline just seemed very clucker-ish. If you don't know what a clucker is, it's because you're not from Chicago or you haven't been in this community. But a clucker is simply the Chicago way of calling you a crackhead. Amen? He always looked like he was on some meth to me or some shit like that. Following up behind. Look, as far as I'm concerned, he was very similar to what, and I actually think that he may have actually been a handler, right? But anyway, so he ain't got no money no more. And he done. Brian's mommy said he's from Bakersfield. Makes sense. It's a lot of cluckers in Bakersfield. It is. It definitely is a lot of cluckers in Bakersfield. Okay. So he done wrote a book telling their business. Don't y'all think that when men, I understand women do that because we're like, you know, that's what we do, right? But when men write little exposés, and I know, you know, equality or whatever, equality basically gives men the right to behave like bitches and still be respected. Amen. Shout out to my girl Ala, Honey Do Brown. Hey, my Chicago girl Ala. She says, okay, first of all, she is celebrating 2 months of membership because that we've been using this channel about 2 months, so that makes sense. I know you like to get the birthday stuff out that way early. I'm late, however, my birthday is tomorrow. If you go live, you damn right. We definitely will be live tomorrow. I should be on my regular schedule tomorrow, hopefully. Well, y'all don't even know what it is, but 12:30 my time should be my first live stream, which would be 3:30 Eastern. Okay. And I'm definitely down for celebrating a Chi-Town sis's birthday. Shout out to Honeydew Brown. Honeydew Brown is amazing. Okay. A lot of people have memberships because Honeydew Brown be making it rain up in here. Okay. We definitely celebrating your birthday, Muffin. Yes, we are. Amen. So it's just something really bitchy to me about men who write these books, these tell-all books. Like, why are you scorned, sir? Your broke ass got to live in a mansion. You got to eat something besides McDonald's and checks, you know, check cereal for breakfast and stuff like that. You got the ultimate come up. Okay. You got Justin Timberlake's leftovers, essentially, is what you did. You should be very, very satisfied because the trajectory of your life, had Brittany not picked your regular ass up off the street corner, Muffin, when you was twerking, okay? Because you know he was a twerker. I'm just lying. He was a dancer, but stay with me. He was a twerker. And if Brittany had not had picked his twerking ass up off the corner, he would still be on the corner twerking, for dollars. You know what I'm saying? So he should be very, very grateful. Okay. But yeah, he wrote a book. So, but he'll probably be, look, Q, he'll be on a podcast, baby. He will be on a podcast. Trust me. He going to be somewhere trashing Brittany with his raggedy ass. I don't think he ever got a job either. He probably getting unemployment. Somebody else's unemployment. Okay. So anyway, he done wrote this book and he been out here talking mess and all this kind of stuff. That's what Kevin Federline does. And let me just show you guys exactly what has been happening. Let's switch over to another screen and we're going to put in this video that's going to kind of show what Kevin has been doing and saying and what Brittany has been saying about it.
Night before our wedding, we're at the Fairmont in Santa Monica in one of the bungalows, and I was like, what's wrong? I thought she was talking to her mom on the phone or something, and maybe she was like having doubts, and she told me that she was on the phone with Justin. And I just kind of stepped back like, did I just hear you right? What the hell is going on? You know, and I would immediately, you know, was, okay, we don't have to do this. Like, I didn't care if we got married or not. And she told me no, and really was like, I just wanted to make sure that everything is done. I want to make sure that I say my final piece. I'm like, damn, you know, on the night before our wedding. So I kind of at the time took it with a grain of salt and took her explanation as, okay, maybe she is closing a chapter of her life. Right?
That's a hell of a red flag, though.
Oh, dude, man, you telling me now? And I was super young. I was so madly in love at that moment.
Do you think she was still in love with him?
In love, I'm not sure, but not over it. There was.
All right, so here's my opinion on that. You know how he just said he was hella young? So was she. Now, aside from the point, I get it, it's bogus, right? The day before their wedding, but it's better, I think, for someone to make sure that they're done with that shit than to, you know, just enter a marriage and then get on some fuck shit, right? But what he's leaving out is that she was young too. She was young, and a lot of Brittany's, I would say not a lot, I would say her entire childhood was gone. You know what I'm saying? So, like the fact that he's charging her with adulthood, but giving himself the whole I was young, it's like, shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just shut up about it or whatever. But she did have something to say, and let's just see what she actually had to say. So let's get his big dumb face off of here. Amen. And we will see exactly what Brittany had to say. And I still am struggling with whatever that person is that be doing that dance over and over again. I don't know if that's really Brittany, baby. I just don't. Okay. So here's what Brittany said. She says the constant gaslighting from ex-husband is extremely hurtful and exhausting. I have always pleaded and screamed to have a life with my boys because he's trying to say that she don't want nothing more, you know, she don't want to do her kids, even though she's fought for them, right? Relationships with teenage boys is complex and is. I have felt demoralized by this situation and have always asked, almost begged for them to be a part of my life. Sadly, they have always witnessed the lack of respect shown by their own father for me. That's a problem that a lot of women can relate to. I hear a lot of women say that. They need to take responsibility for themselves. With one son only seeing me for 45 minutes in the past 5 years and the other with only 4 visits in the past 5 years, I have pride too. From now on, I will let them know when I'm available. Trust me, those white lies in that book, they're going straight to the bank, and I'm the only one who genuinely gets hurt here. I will always love them, and if you really know me, you won't pay attention to the tabloids of my mental health and drinking. I'm actually a pretty intelligent woman who has been trying to live a sacred and private life for the past 5 years. I speak on this because I have had enough, and any real woman would do the same. So they have, I believe, led a smear campaign against her with her own children. That's what narc parents do. A lot of women can relate to that type of behavior. It's really sad. Like, if you really think about it, it is really, really sad that she had to even experience that. Especially because you had her dad was trying to get her money. everybody was tearing at her. She was like the younger version of freaking Wendy Williams, because she was like the first person that was really popularly known for having a conservatorship, right? This is a damn shame. She can't win for losing, you know? Shout out to my girl Eli Chismosas for life. Thank you so very much for the super chat. She said he was so in love, he cheated on the fiance Shar Jackson Forbert. Yes. So he definitely, and we're going to address that. Okay. So definitely did that. As well as a lot of stuff to, Brittany. But remember this now, I never understood this right here. I never understood the relationship with Shar and Kevin, how he got her, how you go from Brittany to Shar and all this kind of stuff. And I believe they had some kids too. I think they have some kids too. Shar, I loved Shar from TV. Okay. I loved her. But it was, baby, look, this about them, but I do have to address, especially because the sector would know what I'm talking about. Something about people with great contact lenses, I'm just saying. She used to wear blue contact lenses back in the day, but now she got the gray ones. I don't know. It'd be something wrong with them sometime, and I don't understand it, and I'm not going to try to understand it. But he is also in the book. Oh, he was an extra on Moesha too. That's how she met him then. In the book, though, he is literally saying that basically he's apologizing to her for cheating on her with Brittany. Now, isn't it really interesting that he's not willing to forgive Brittany, not for cheating with Justin, but for calling him and closing the chapter before they were married, but he cheated on Shar with Brittany. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Chismosa for life, baby. We all wore them contacts back then. We all did. But we stopped doing it once we got out of high school. Shar ain't never put them contacts down, baby. She ain't never done it. Baby, don't you think I ain't had no great contact lens? Y'all want to see a picture of me with some great contact lenses in? Yeah. I was 20, but I didn't know no better. I didn't know that shit was ignorant and it wasn't cute. Okay. I had the hazel ones. I done had green ones. Green one, baby. I look like a damn demon. When I tell you I look like a damn demon with them green ass contacts in, and you couldn't tell me shit. Couldn't tell me nothing. And maybe no one can tell Shar anything. But it's not complimentary to me. It's just not. But baby, when I look back, y'all want to see the picture? Yeah, y'all want to see them pictures. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna find some pictures. I look crazy as hell. Okay. Put it in perspective for my Gen X crowd in here, baby. I had remember, Jesus. Do y'all remember this was like, I think my first year out of high school. Do y'all remember Dark and Lovely Honey Blonde hair color? Which basically wasn't really, it was like basically the color your hair is if you just straight bleach it and don't tone it. I had that blonde ass honey blonde, Dark and Lovely, had my hair dry as the fuck, and them green contact lenses sometimes, and them blue contact lenses, and I looked like a goddamn fool. And nobody around me would be honest with me and say, Nala, you look dumb, Muffin. You look dumb. I sure did. Mm-hmm. Couldn't tell me a motherfucking thing about those contact lenses, just like you can't tell Shark. But she got the apology. Okay. Queen Lily says she says, I had the hazels in the late 90s and they irritated my eyes so bad. I wore them about twice. They melted into oh baby, that's bad. Now the hazel ones, I think because I have big eyes, it doesn't matter what, I don't need anything to make my eyes stand out. But the hazel ones didn't look as bad. They were like a hazel and green mix or whatever. But I will say, contact lenses have gotten better. They're better quality than when they were when we were young. You know what I'm saying? We all did that. So no judgment. If you had them contact lenses in high school, it's fine. But some people do look good with them. Okay. I think that when you are, I don't know. They didn't go with my features. They didn't go with my skin tone. They didn't go with nothing. So it just, and I was unaware of that. I had blindness to those contact lenses back then. But I've seen people where they actually look good on them. So it's not everybody, but you just got to know. Okay. You just got to know if you can't wear them. And everybody don't know. So yeah, he wrote that little dusty ass book. He's apologizing to Shar. Okay. I hope she doesn't accept his apology. But she probably will. Hopefully she won't though. Cause why? You know what I'm saying? Cause why? So anyway, moving right along. Did y'all hear about this here shit? Mm-mm-mm. Y'all heard about this couple? Let me make them a little smaller so y'all get mad if y'all can't see the chat room. Lynn and Nakia. Y'all remember them. They owned the turkey leg hut. I know by now y'all know she done took her ass to jail and he's in the feds. This shit is crazy to me. This is crazy. So let's talk about it for a little bit, okay? Y'all know they owned it. Lynn went into another business and he started doing some other type of hut or whatever. They broke up. It was very public, very ugly. I guess he was screwing some of the employees, cheating. He had a problem with alcoholism, a whole bunch of stuff. She was taking all that shit for a long time. And finally she just said, "No, I'm not doing this." And sometimes I do think that some women, not that I'm saying that I agree with this, but sometimes they will not leave until the public finds out their business. And I really believe that her problem was the public found out. She didn't want to be publicly humiliated. That's my thoughts, right? And one of the reasons why I think that is because of the trouble that she's in now. Now, y'all already know that Lynn is locked up without bail, got locked up. He was selling drugs out of not the turkey leg hut, but I can't remember what he named his spinoff from their business, but he got caught by the feds in an insurance scam. One of his boys told on him. He was doing a lot, and the FBI says that he was selling drugs, whole bunch of stuff. Lynn is in big trouble, okay? And I don't feel sorry for him, okay? I don't feel sorry for him. But here's the thing. She's out here doing the most. So y'all know she got her a new man, which we were happy that she had her new man and everything. But this is what has happened. Okay. She got arrested. She got arrested on felony hindering apprehension charge. Okay. So she was hiding her new boo, okay, who was wanted by the authorities for kidnapping his ex-girlfriend for 6 hours and assaulting her, including with a tire iron. Okay. So here's my thing. This is exactly why. And I feel like I feel like that's his picture next to her. Am I right? Ain't that his picture? That looks like him. I'm going to show a video in a minute. Girl, why do you have that man's picture up there with you? That's your boyfriend. Why is Jonathan? Is that Jonathan's picture, y'all? Stars above the Emerald Forest. You go to the wall. Why would you say that? Stars above the Emerald Forest said he opened the crack hut. Why would that is really ignorant? Why would you say that why the crack hut, baby? You go to the wall.
Now let's address it. Please take your ass to the wall.
So listen, and stay on that wall while you at it. So is that his picture, y'all? Please, can somebody confirm that looks like him to me on that turkey leg hut photo with her? Not as in the chicken, Callie Cooley. Is that this nigga in the picture with her? Can somebody please tell me? I'm so mad that I really believe that that's him. I don't know though. I don't know. But my eyes are kind of bad sometimes, so maybe it's not. But why, girl? Why? So anyway, she done got arrested for basically harboring someone, helping him evade the police, and he's done weird stuff to his ex like her husband did to her. So here's my thing. First of all, it's giving mammy. We already know It's giving mammy, okay? If you don't know what a mammy is and you're here for the first time, we're not talking about Aunt Jemima on the pancake box. We're not talking about the historical version of mammy, but there is an element there that kind of ties into the old version, but it's basically a woman who chooses and makes decisions based on saving or bettering or helping a man perform better to her own detriment. Okay. She doesn't mind that men are fucked up to women. She just doesn't want it to be public. This is how I know the only reason why she left Lynn is because Lynn publicly embarrassed her. If Lynn would have been stealth with his bullshit and nobody would have known that Lynn was doing this stuff to her, she would not have left him. I guarantee you. Because how do you go inside with a dude that did this and not think that you next, boo? How do you not think that you next? So anyway, let's go over here. And we're going to, let me see. I don't think I cleared the lap. Oh, I did clear it. Okay, let's go in here and let's see what happened. Okay. Where is the video about the turkey leg cut? Okay, so actually, oh Lord. Okay, so that's not the one that I wanted, but let's go ahead and see, because this is her attorney's response to it now.
Listen, my client is innocent. We are confident that when all of this plays out, she will be found innocent of all the charges and will be exonerated.
The former co-owner of the Turkey Leg Hut appearing in a Harris County courtroom Friday morning. Police arrested Nakia Holmes Wednesday. She's currently facing a felony of hindering apprehension charge for allegedly hiding Jonathan Saison from police. Court records say Holmes let him stay at her house in Cyprus while there was a warrant out for his arrest for aggravated kidnapping. Investigators say earlier this month, Saison kidnapped his ex-girlfriend and beat her several hours, including with a tire iron.
A tire iron. And you're going to suppress that. Like, every woman is not a girl's girl. Some women are completely fine with men behaving like this, and it's just sickening. It's sickening. Shout out to Stars Above the Emerald Forest. Thank you so very much for the super chat. She says, who put Lamont's pic on that turkey leg hut sign? It looks like him. You know what? You can go to the wall too. You can go to the wall. That's real ignorant. But I don't think his hips is as big as Lamont's though. I don't think he's just as curvy as Lamont. But here's another, this is the actual news story.
Well, today at 5, the Turkey Leg Hut is back on the news. One of the original owners is now facing felony charges for allegedly hindering the arrest of a felon. Her boyfriend, that is. Fox's Leslie Delaspore is live at Harris County Criminal Courthouse with what exactly happened here. Leslie.
That's right. Nakia Holmes is charged for allegedly letting her boyfriend stay with her while he was wanted for allegedly beating his ex. Court records say Holmes let Jonathan Saison stay at her home in Cyprus while there was a warrant out for his arrest. Investigators say he beat his ex with a tire iron and kidnapped her at her home earlier this month. According to court records, after officers saw Saison at Holmes' home in Cyprus, they questioned her during a traffic stop, and she denied knowing him and told them he was not at her home. Later, court records say during the traffic stop, a different set of officers who were at Holmes' home told her that Saison was seen jumping her fence, and then her story allegedly changed. Now, the district attorney's office tells us that Holmes' bond is currently set at $10,000. Back to you.
So, Leslie, what more do we know about why exactly Jonathan Saison was wanted in the first place?
Yeah, so court records claim that Saison went to his ex's home to pick up some shoes, and then when she let him in, he forced her into a vehicle, hitting her with the fist and tire iron repeatedly. Now, court records also say that she was held against her will for 6 hours, and court records also say that Saison dropped his ex off at the hospital after she told him that she would not press charges. Now, coming up tomorrow, both Saison and Holmes will make their appearance in court. Reporting live from the Harris County Criminal Courthouse, Leslie Delaspore, Fox 26 News.
All right. So here's the thing about this. Baby, I would not hide my son if he was beating his wife. I would not hide my son. I would not hide my brother. I would not hide anybody if they did. I'm taking you. I'm taking you, or I'm calling them. You're going. Right? I just like I do not understand. I do not understand. Okay. I do not understand. And here's the thing about this whole thing. Why she didn't think that he would whoop her ass too, or was he kicking her ass? Was he abusing her? Because that is the only way that I will give her a little bit of leeway in this. No, a lot of leeway, because I know some women, if they're in that situation, they're in fear, and I understand that. And I would never, tell a person who is in fear and being abused how they're supposed to move. But that's the only excuse that I can give her. She would have to have been under duress of thinking that he was going to do the same thing, or he was doing the shit to her too. Because how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? Absolutely insane. And I'm definitely going to be following up and checking to see, what's going on and keeping up with that case, because that is absolutely insane. Like, there is no excuse for women to be doing, like, what is happening? What is happening? But like I said, I wouldn't even look, when I tell you I love my son, honey, I love my son. Okay. But my son do some stuff like this. And he knows this. You are turning yourself in. You will not seek refuge with me. Not for no shit like that. No way. All right, so I didn't want to talk about this because people get sensitive when you talk about this child. But look, I'm sorry. Let's talk about Claressa for a minute. Baby, y'all know she made her rap debut. And yeah, she did her little thing on I'm going to show a clip. But I have another video that I'm putting on my other channel that goes a lot deeper into this. But this destiny swapping that she has tried to do with Layla Ali and with Remy is insane. Absolutely insane. I don't know what motherfucking rainbow 5, 7, and 9 dots, city trends, Timu is going on with this outfit. But baby, she looked in the mirror. She took several photos. She done hired somebody allegedly to be her stylist. And that's what the hell they come up with. That's what they come up with. Here's what I will say. She has a better wig on. It looks to be high quality. It is styled to perfection. But if you don't get your raggedy ass out of that dress, Claressa, what is wrong with you, Muffin? And she's, I don't know what's going on. Where my Chicago people at? Okay. Drop a blue heart in the chat if you from Chicago. Now, I don't mean no disrespect because I know this man personally. He came to my house warming when I got my house built and everything. Gene, Mr. G's. Okay. I don't even know if Gene is still living. Okay. But Mr. G's is on the corner, and I said corner on purpose. I don't care who like it, of 87th and Ashland in Chicago on the south side. Now, if you know anything about Chicago and 87th and Ashland, you know that that is a place that you do not want to be for very, very long. Okay? Now, when I was in Chicago, I used to like to step. Like that's Chicago culture stepping, not Greek stepping, but Chicago stepping, right? And every once in a while, we dress up, like we dress up to go out and dance like this, right? And every once in a while, it would be some weirdo. It's closed for real, girl. They didn't close Mr. G's. Oh wow. So anyway, shout out to Jean from Mr. G's. Okay, girl. These are the type of outfits that some of the girls, and look, I already know y'all gonna say the West Side is the best side, but y'all know West Side people dress a little different. A little different. So I'm just gonna say this is giving West Side of Chicago 1992. Okay. It might have been okay to wear this somewhere in 1992. Okay. But it's not okay to wear it today. And I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's disconnecting. But anyway, y'all know she wants to be a rapper now. So she's doing all these raps. She's doing this rapping and shit. And with her rapping, um let me just show y'all what's happening over here. Okay, now
put your titles on the line, you gon' lose, I'ma win it. When I walk in Miss Marcus, if I want it, I'm gon' get it. I be on that Master P, my credit card ain't got no limit. Give you 2 black eyes, you get both your windows tinted. Knock you out, then wake you up, you won't remember, just forget it. I thank God for my blessings, yes, I'm thankful. I became world champion when I was 22. They did not start making cash money when they paid you. I hit like a loaded 45, you were 22.
okay. One more time. One more time. I'm gonna play it one more time. I just want to play it one more time. Now, if you're watching the playback and you don't see this part, I played it and it might have had some copyright, so I couldn't keep it in there. But I'm gonna play it one more time.
Put your titles on the line, you gon' lose, I'ma win it. When I walk in Miss Marcus, if I want it, I'm gon' get it. I be on that Master P, my credit card ain't got no limit. Give you 2 black eyes, you get both your windows tinted. Knock you out, then wake you up, you won't remember, just forget it. I thank God for my blessings, yes, I'm thankful. I became world champion when I was 22. They did not start making cash money when they paid you. I hit like a loaded 45, you were 22.
Okay. I don't know what in the cat in the hat. I don't know what's happening here. I don't believe that Papoose wrote this shit. No way. I believe you know how she wants to be every woman. I believe she said, Pap, I got this. And Pap said, okay, because Pap needs a place to stay. Okay. Pap needs a place to stay. So he's going to be obedient boyfriend for now. He said, okay, baby, you can write your own lyrics. Now, what Pap can't do is tell this motherfucker the truth because she will whoop his black ass. Amen. He can't be honest with her because if he tells Claressa, baby, this don't sound right, or this isn't working, or baby, that outfit is not right, she gonna beat his ass, y'all. Pap is in a bad position right now. Okay. He's in a bad position. He is in a position to where he just got to shut up. He just got to shut his ass up. And whatever she's serving, that's what he eating. Okay. But let's talk about this destiny swapping that she's trying to do. Now you want to be a rapper, baby. Now you want to be a rapper. Baby, there was one video, and I think it's the trailer on her channel where it was good. I feel like Pap wrote that. She had a nice flow, but baby, it was just that song. You know how like even if you can't sing, it's one song that you could fake and people will think that you could sing. But you know good and hell well you better not put no Whitney on. But if it's something real simple, you could sing it. You know, remember how like wait a minute, everybody thought that they could sing The Greatest Love of All. And for the most part, you could because it was real simple until you got to them riffs. You know what I'm saying? She's I don't like why y'all, and why can't we tell the truth? And every time somebody says, you know, that ain't right, does she have CTE? What's wrong with this whole? What's wrong with this whole little thing she got on? People say you hating, and you know she gonna beat your ass. Yeah, she will. You know that's why I'm not in her face talking shit. Okay, I'm not. I wouldn't fight Claressa. I mean, that's the whole reason why, you know, I live on the West Coast because I like guns, baby. I'm not finna be. I'm old now. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Mm-mm. So the rap, the lyrics, y'all, the lyrics. Okay, I wrote down some of the stuff. Let me see. She said, "Where is it? Oh my goodness, is this the wrong page?" But okay, so some of those lyrics to the song, she's basically talking about how you old hoes can't rap, and she put $90,000 on her wrist, and she got money, and she's talking about how people broke. And like I said, I'm going to do a deeper, more serious video about this on the Nyla Says channel. But like this girl, we have to remember, this woman been on Flint water the majority of her life. Flint water. This is what that water, this is why we need proper legislation to go back and help them people that grew up on that Flint water. Y'all think I'm joking and just being mean, or I'm not being mean. The girl was raised on Flint water. It ain't nothing that we could do for Claressa. Okay? It is irreversible. I was reading that there is nothing that there is no amount of lead that can go into your system that is safe, right? I'm just saying. She been drinking from the Flint water. She been getting hit in the head. Did y'all hear the part where she says Neiman's Markets? Y'all, she reposted that stuff. She reposted that video, and she reposted specifically her saying, if she want to go, something about some Neiman's Markets. Neiman's Markets. She said it, y'all. And see, this is why I need to drag Pap, because Papoose knows. He knows there's something wrong with her. But instead of taking her to Sylvan Learning Center where she belongs, instead of taking her to the mental health people, instead of, you know, trying to get something to, I don't know if you can detox the lead or whatever, instead of doing that, he just going on a world tour with her. That's wrong. That's wrong, y'all. What's going on cross country? Shout out to my girl Alive Stars Above the Emerald Forest. Girl, listen. She said, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom had better flow and bars, baby. It's bad. Like, and look, and Layla definitely handed her ass. If you missed yesterday's live, make sure you go over there and check it out, because she did, baby. Layla very classily put this girl right in the parking lot of City Trends where she belongs. And I'm just gonna say this: I really don't have nothing against Claressa. You know what? I was rooting for her when I first heard about her. But it's like the more you see of this woman and the more she talks, the more you're like, baby, hush. Just be. She needs to be quiet. She needs to be quiet all the time. Girl, just go fight. Go beat somebody up. That's what you do. Stop trying to, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. You got the man. You done got Pap. And here, like, you know, Remy tried to teach you how to dress. Y'all remember them DMs? She was in Remy's DMs getting tips on what to wear. Remy did not approve of this outfit, girl. Now you said that you gonna have some babies. You done got Pap's name tattooed on you. Even though he's got Remy's tattoo on him, you got him tattooed on you, and you're getting another one. You know, he not divorced yet. Ain't no movement. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all, it's the water. It's the water. This, to me, I think the light is making the wig look bad. It don't look that bad from here. But I am old and my eyes are not great. So who knows? Okay. Denise says, don't blame that on the Flint water. I'm a Flintstone. But baby, maybe the grace of God helped you. Okay. Shout out to my girl, Honey Do Brown, on the super chat. Thank you so very much. She says it's giving Swaparama if you from Chicago, baby. It's definitely giving Swaparama. No, you know what it's giving? Q. Q from Chicago too. You know what it's giving? Do y'all remember the stores on 47th and Ashland? All of the Mexican stores? Y'all remember the Mexican stores? What they freakum girl dresses? That looked like the Mexican shop dress. And them shoes too. I don't know who told her to get them church lady shoes. She got on first lady shoes. And I don't know why she got on first lady shoes. I just don't, because she's the side chick. She's not a first lady. So why do you have on first lady shoes? I don't know, baby. Shout out to Callie Cooley. Thank you so very much for this super chat. Callie Cooley says, are those the Monica Easter shoes in black? Callie Cooley, why would you say that? Why would you bring up the Monica? Like, that is really ignorant. You need to go to the wall, Callie Cooley. Just go to the wall. Just go to the wall. Do people really shop at the beauty supply store? You know what? And like, she don't be knowing like the right undergarments to be wearing what she said, what she be having on sometime. So I be thinking that she probably do at least get her undergarments from the beauty supply store, but clearly she gets the outfits, the shoes, all that shit. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, Muffin. I don't. Okay. Shout out to Kayla I think. Kayla Merch. She says, the rap is giving Coming to America rap from the club scene. From the club scene. My name is Peaches and I'm the best. All the rappers and DJs want to feel. Y'all remember that? My name is Peaches and I'm the best. All the something want to feel my breast. And then she starts, y'all remember that? You can definitely, you know what? You going to the wall. Kayla Ree, come back here. Come here, girl. Come here. Go straight to the wall.
Now let's address it. Please take your ass to the wall.
Cause like, why would you come in my chat room with that foolishness? Why would you say that bullshit? Child. Shout out to Chismosis for life. Thank you so very much. She says that's Usher board number 2 shoes. And it is. It is. Baby, them the shoes that we used to wear in the choir when I was going to a storefront church back in the day, because that is the only way that we could all match. Okay? Yes. We would all go to Shoe Carnival and get them same black ass First Lady shoes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next situation. I really want her to do better. I really want her to do better. I don't know what's wrong with Claressa. Claressa be tripping, y'all. She be straight tripping. Like, what's wrong with her? What is wrong with her? We're not going to talk about the makeup. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. It's the water. We just going to say it's the Flint water. And yeah, that's it. It's the Flint water, baby. Okay. This situation with Saweetie, y'all. So I was being nosy, right? Trying to figure out what was going on, what's happening, and all this kind of stuff. I don't really like follow Saweetie that much or whatever, but I want y'all to look at this picture. Because all the stuff that she is involved in now is literally involving her manager, who is the lady that they're outlining the ex-manager up there, right? All right. So she's dating the guy in the photo. He's a soccer player, right? Jadon Sancho or whatever. This dude is paid. He make like $250,000 a week. Ain't that crazy? So she's going with him. Now she's been accused of prostituting and all this kind of stuff. And the girl is like, I introduced you to him. He was your client. You started dating him and fell in love. And so you told him not to pay me. all this kind of stuff. Ain't nobody spoke out about this stuff. It's a whole lot of stuff happening. This boy did make $250,000 a week. Again, he's dating her. He didn't got her name tattooed on him. All this kind of stuff. They're together. They're in a relationship. It's real, right? Now, you can look at that manager and see that's a hating ass bitch. Can't you see? You can't look at her and see she hating. Look how she looking. She looking like, I see you, hoe. That's literally how she's looking. You can tell. You can tell that she's hating on her. It's obvious. It is so obvious. Like, look how she's looking at her. So she's spreading all Saweetie's business and all this kind of stuff. But Saweetie did come out and say that it's all lies and she's got her attorneys. She's not doing any kind of prostitution in the Dubai. She's not doing all this kind of stuff, but you can kind of, I'm telling you, I look at that energy. Q, what you think about that energy? It's giving hating ass bitch energy. So anyway, Saweetie, I guess is gonna get legal involved. But here's the thing. I don't believe this instance that this guy was a client, but I do believe that she probably is selling Gucci. And that's the sad reality. A lot of the celebrities, they're losing their bags. They're not, which is why you notice a lot of celebrities are on YouTube now. They're, basically trying to do anything that they can to preserve their lifestyles because like AI is really affecting their jobs as well. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these, y'all see Sukihana, she didn't get exposed for it. A lot of them. I think I heard that and I don't know if this is true, but allegedly I heard that some of the Atlanta housewives were in Dubai selling ass too. So I don't know if that's true, but I've heard about so many different celebrities going over there and they're paying a lot. Okay. They're paying a lot. These people are paying them like $1 million for this. Cause it's like my good friend, y'all remember Miss Zia, right? We still talk. I will definitely be bringing her on to introduce something to you guys really, really soon. But she knows how to get to the bag, honey. Okay. And she actually lived in Dubai at one time. And so we talk about, what's going on. Because I've never been. I want to go. And I'm planning on going soon. I just don't want to spend. I don't want to spend $10,000 on a trip, right? So she's going to show me how I could spend just a little bit of money and maximize my experience, right? But her living in Dubai, she says, we have never seen wealth like the wealth in Dubai. She was like, there are places where you can go and the streets are air conditioned. She was like, the level of rich in Dubai is something that you have to experience, that you can't just describe it. You have to literally experience that. So that being said, thinking about that, like these people have so much money that if they do want a celebrity and if the celebrity's not, if they're falling on financial hardship or whatever, if they say, hey, I give you $10 million to whatever, you think they're not going? You think they're not going? They're going. They're going. Arab money is different, baby. It's different. You want to go? Look, we might have to do a vibration, honey, and going over to Dubai. Okay, but we gonna all have air tags on us because I'm not losing nobody. Everybody going home with us. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it together. But yeah, I can imagine that. I do believe that a lot of them are a lot of them are OnlyFans. A lot of them are doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that she's lying about the girl, out here selling her wares, as the old folks would say back in the day, right? I just think that she's lying about this because ain't no client gonna get your name tattooed on you and be with you in the, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're in a real relationship and she's just hating on that. So she wants to tear her down. That's why you got to be careful of these hoes, y'all. You got to be careful. Okay. They be doing the most. They don't want to see you win. Okay. They just don't. So yes, Saweetie's supposed to be calling her attorney. Well, she said she's letting the attorneys handle it from now. Now, I want to talk about this guy. And this guy really works my nerves. Brian McKnight. So, Brian McKnight is trending today because, and whenever he's trending now, it's not because of, his beautiful voice and how good he can sing. It's always some bullshit with Brian. I don't even know when the last time Brian has made a song. I don't like who's going to his concerts or whatever. He just like he 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 just ain't shit. Point blank, period. So, and I caught this actually as soon as he dropped it, right? Last night, Brian decided to drop a video. Okay. Now, here's the problem with the video that he dropped. He dropped the video yesterday. Yesterday was the heavenly birthday of his son, Nico, right? Let me get Nico up here. Y'all remember Nico passed away a year ago. It was really messy. He had cancer. His mother, Julie McKnight, she did an interview with Tasha. She's also written a book. Remember, Lion Ass Jaguar said that they were related. Julie came out and said no, she's not. Brian actually filed a lawsuit against Jag. I got to check to see if there's some motion on that, but I don't even think she responded to it or whatever. But yeah, Brian goes live with this bullshit, and let's just take a listen to what he had to say, and his son actually responded. So yeah, this was really sad, y'all. So let's get Brian up here.
Welcome to Father Fridays. One of the
Okay, wrong one. That was a video that he did today that we're going to watch, but this is the one we'll do first.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. That from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Nico again. Do not call Nico again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period. Period. Please understand that. And Brian, you know me. You know me. And you know that I mean what I'm saying to you.
Okay, so that was his video that he put out on his page. It is still up on his page. He has since turned the comments off because he's getting his ass handed to him. Let me break this down. So, but first I want to acknowledge, thank you so very much for the Cash App to Lovejoy. She says that her and one Jennifer said I was going to read his ass. Amen. And I am. And I got some Cash Apps the other day. I'm sorry. I did send you guys a heart back, but I didn't see them until after. And I just want you guys to know I appreciate the support. I absolutely do. And you guys have been supportive, and I'm not a content creator that has to beg, so I appreciate that. Shout out to Callie Cooley. Thank you so very much for the super chat. She said he has a YouTube video singing "Let Me Show You How Your Say what? Girl, email me that video. Email me that video. I'm not done with him, but let me just explain the voicemail. When Nico was battling cancer, narcissist Brian was basically being harassing and divisive instead of supporting his son's healing and his journey, he was being divisive and really bitchy. And I put emphasis on bitchy. Brian McKnight is a bitch. Okay. This man, where's the DL Whisperer? I need to speak to the DL Whisperer. I believe that Brian is zesty. I believe he's zesty. I don't care what nobody say. This man's energy is so goddamn bitchified that there is no other explanation for it outside of his narcissism, right? But this man is an entire bitch, okay? Entire bitch. And Leilani, how are you laying down with this bitch ass nigga? First and foremost, mark my words, Vibers, Leilani is going to leave him. She is going to leave him. Trust. That woman is not going to be with him too much longer. She is going to leave him. No woman can respect a man that is that bitchy. Okay? Unless she too, which she may be, a narcissist herself, but eventually they are going to devour each other. She gonna leave his ass. Okay? And when she leave his ass, she gonna air him the fuck out. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm telling you, mark my words, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So this was on this boy's heavenly birthday. His first heavenly birthday. So he purposefully put this out here to hurt the woman that gave birth to what? At least 3 of his children? 2 or 3 of his children? Think about how diabolical that was and how pleased he was with himself. The big smile and skipping and all this kind of stuff. And baby, let me tell you, when I saw that he put the case number up there, right? I look up so many cases that I can tell where a case is from 9 times out of 10 by the way that it's coded. So I knew exactly what state to look in, right? I go look, and sure enough, they have lots of cases in that state, but that case was not there. And I have several ways, foolproof ways of finding lawsuits, even when they're hidden, right? And I couldn't find it. And so I'm like, either he's lying or he's lying. So let me just put, because his son also responded to him. So let's just see what his son had to say, as well, before we show what the son had to say. Today, he actually put up a video. He does his fatherhood thing after he's literally disowned his children. He has a junior, but he changed his name and made this other boy that he had with Leilani a junior. And this is how we know Leilani ain't shit, because there is no way you would be okay with that man disowning his children and doing it like this. And the sad part about Brian is he's a spiritual narcissist. Spiritual narcissist. He uses God, faith, and religion to justify his actions towards his children. Now, his daughter was able to secure, she did get awarded. I did see while I was looking up this other lawsuit that does not exist. I did see that he had to pay her $300,000 because he lied on her, right? Accused her of having a sexual relationship with a cousin or something like that. He is demonic, okay? But let me show you what he was doing today. So this is what he posts today. And to me, this is what he does to troll his children. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Father Fridays. One of the greatest things about being a father is to be able to fulfill the dreams of your father and then to bring the whole family while we fulfill those dreams. And one of Papa's dreams was to come up in a hot air balloon. So we're in Morocco, and voila, hot air balloon for the whole family. it's all about. See you next time on Father Fridays.
Okay, so I had enough of Brian and his cheesy ass. I have to say this though, and I am not trying to be offensive. I really am not when I say this, but I guarantee you this: that little motherfucker that he had with Leilani, that's gonna be the one. That little motherfucker that he had with Leilani, that's gonna be the one that's gonna tear his ass out the frame, literally and figuratively. He ain't gonna respect him. He gonna dog his ass out, and he's gonna be his huckleberry. Okay. There are multiple things wrong with Brian McKnight. Number one, he's self-hating. Number two, he is like, you can look at him and see his evil. And this facade of it's almost giving Stepford wife energy. You know what I mean? And when I say Stepford wife energy, I mean fake manufactured wholesomeness. Like, it is insane. And he does this thing where he's talking about fatherhood Fridays while disowning his own children. Like, absolutely insane. But I promise you that baby that he had with Leilani is going to give him plenty of trouble. I promise you that. So Brian Jr. decided to respond to what his dad said and what he did. And here's what he said.
I've tried, man. I've tried really, really hard to not touch on shit, to let it go, to be the bigger person, to be mature, to be something. But the shit going on with my dad right now, man. If y'all aren't seeing what's happening, if y'all aren't seeing the fact that this is just a very hurt and a very emotionally unavailable and not intelligent person, the person that is still have not been able to handle the death of his own mother, the things that we're seeing him go through right now, to decide to make certain posts on my late brother's birthday. Say what you want, dog, but the gloves are off for me, just to keep it real. And there's and the thing about it is, it's like, I get it, man. You know, our parents, they're humans too. They've gone through things too. Whatever the grievances they have against each other, whatever. My issue is, though, man, you don't want me to start talking about the things that I had to deal with in my childhood, the things that I will take to my grave, the things that my brother took to his grave, that we could put out there, the things that we could say as a son, as a teenager, as a 15-year-old that my brother was when we started touring, the things that we went through together, the things that we actually saw, the things that we actually lived with and dealt with because our dad wasn't emotionally intelligent enough nor mature enough to actually be a father. You don't want that. And without even getting too deep, man, it's like to do it on my brother's late birthday, my baby brother's heavenly birthday, his first heavenly birthday. This is the post you decide to make? That's not petty? You don't think people are going to realize that that's ridiculous and that it's obviously strategic? Who are you trying to hurt if it's not me and my mother and our family? Who are you trying to hurt? Who are you trying to hurt, man? Which has always been my issue. Which is why way back when that started all this, I made the post that I made because I knew that this was the only thing that would get you, man. Maybe that was my fault. I've taken accountability for it. But it's become obviously clear, and maybe not even just me, and I'm hoping to the masses that we're dealing with someone that has unchecked trauma that they're not dealing with. And to everybody else, man, you know, use us as an example for the fact that it's like, don't believe everything you see in the media either. There are multiple sides of a story. There are multiple sides of it. You know what I mean? Because you love this nigga's music, because you think you know this motherfucker, you don't. I do. My mama does. My dead bro, God rest his fucking soul, knows him. Who you gonna believe, man? This shit's stupid. It's petty. I hate it. I hate talking about it. I hate being a part of it. It's such a shame. We watched the Jonas Brothers and their families touring the world together. Should have been us. The problem was, my dad didn't want to do it. He just wanted to fuck bitches. So in closing, man, just to keep it real, this isn't the last time we're going to talk about this, because I've realized that maybe it's time for me to start talking about this kind of stuff. Maybe it's time for me to start not airing shit out, but being vulnerable enough and open enough as someone that has lived an insane life. I'm going to start talking about these things, man. It's unfortunate that we're going through this with my father. It's unfortunate that y'all are watching my father and my mother duke it out publicly. But what I can assure you is, though, the truth will be revealed. You'll feel it. You'll know it to be true. If you actually have a heart, if you actually have a soul, and you at the very least try, you'll see the truth.
Yeah. So, yeah. And like I said, the sad part is this was literally all done right on the heels of Nico's birthday. May he rest in peace. The fact that he did it, like, you know that he's doing that specifically to hurt the mother, hurt the siblings, hurt the family. He has siblings, he has a mom, and the fact that he has no consideration. Like, I'm telling you, Brian McKnight's energy is given serial killer. It's given sociopath. Like, it's insane. It is insane the way this man is behaving towards his own children. His own children. Well, yeah, may Nico rest in peace, but I'm telling you, it's not going to end well. Brian is an effeminate, narcissistic, dirty, zesty, disgusting lowlife. And that's why his concerts are not selling. Okay. Like, the fact that you would even want to sue, and it gets better because we've shown time after time where he's publicly showing and saying, you know, that they're not his children. He only has one junior. He only has it. So he's purposefully trying to hurt them, right? And so, like, even today, someone posted under his post, commented, said, so you didn't disown your kids? This was under his Fatherhood Friday post, and he says, yes, they were disowned in 2019 right after they lied and told the world that I abandoned them, inciting hate and violence and death threats because people like you believed it. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And I don't think the people gave a damn enough about this family's drama to be threatening, to making a serious threat on this man's life. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Just as a mother of adult children and a grandmother, there is nothing that, well, I can't, nothing that I can think of that would make me disown my children outside of them doing something, diabolical, or something like that. But just family falls out, your kids get on your nerves. Mine is getting on my nerves right now, texting me. But how do you do that? How do you do that? Like, and for him to be so puffed up. And then when a woman is dealing with a man and she's okay with this behavior, that's wild. That's wild to me. Like, how can she respect? That's why I know she gonna leave his ass. She is going to leave him. Okay, she was a brain surgeon, so she's probably going to be the breadwinner because who's buying his music? He's undersold concerts the last couple of times. People are sick of his ass. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous, and I hope he lives the life that he deserves. I hope he gets everything that he should be getting from this mess. Okay, I do. So now, listen, y'all. I wanted to show y'all something. Let me go back over here. I needed to show y'all this. Okay, I could not believe. I just couldn't believe this. Uh, let me pull this video up. I mean, I can believe it, but trigger warning.
Well, today at 5, the turkey leg hut is back.
That is not the video that I wanted to get. Where did it go? Okay, so maybe I didn't bring it over. Let me see. Is this it?
That means your boy just be bored, so they come to your spot.
This is not what I was looking for. I forgot this I forgot, so I'll talk about that one tomorrow. But who got this crackhead still relevant? If somebody don't send this nigga to rehab, look at this shit.
That means your boy just be bored, so they come to your spot. Better be careful with her heart, for she send her to your drop. And as soon as I force my wrist, start moving flake. I'm up in the morning like grits, coming with this plate. Yeah, I'm a bug out by the hiss, I snake with snake. And if I hit me up, this get dropped before you drop that tape. I'm like this every day, I don't barely pray, but I can hear my grandma say, give money. You ain't gotta be scared of me, I just be chilling, dog. My people are voodoo in my house, but I ain't running.
Okay. That was Kodak Black. I feel bad for him because I could tell he on drugs. They be finding him in the streets doing all type of stuff. It's just pathetic. But I want to know. I don't know if somebody slipped this nigga a Mickey. I don't know if it's the voodoo that's in the house with him or whatever. But this boy needs to be in rehab somewhere. But I tell you what, based on his rap skills and Clarissa's rap skills, they could make an album together because can't neither one of them rap or talk. Or the bars. Like, what the hell did he just tell us? What was that about? Like, I don't know. It's literally insane. But I'll tell you what else is insane, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. This right here, again, trigger warning.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account. I was working! I was literally working! And they deactivated me! This is related. They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while door dashing. They just fired me! And the police are doing nothing! I lost my job! And that was my only way to make money to pay my bills!
Y'all, when I saw this, I got so angry. When I tell you I will never, ever use DoorDash again. The woman gets sexually assaulted by a customer while she's working, and she posts on it. She's Gen Z. That's what happens now. That's everybody, they post everything, right? It's just a part of the culture now. And she gets fired. She gets fired. I will never, ever use DoorDash again. And if I were you, I wouldn't, and I would tell them exactly why. In fact, when I saw this, it was this morning. I wrote a letter. I canceled they even took that girl's money. They took her money. Took her money, right? I wrote a letter, said I don't want shit to do with y'all. And if I can affect anything, I absolutely will. And I'm telling people everywhere, deactivate DoorDash. If you work there and that's where you got to work, I would never tell somebody to stop getting money, but I will never support this company again. That was insane. Absolutely insane. Can y'all believe that? Like, that's literally where we are. I had another video that I wanted to show you guys, but it looks like it didn't transfer over. Let me see if I have it over here. But what ended up happening was there was a young man in Chicago who ICE tried to deport, not the guy from last week. And that was a nuanced situation as well. But this was like a guy that was like maybe 17 or 18 or whatever. And they tried to deport him. I think I'm gonna do separate content on that. So don't worry about that. But this is crazy. It's too much stuff going on out here. And I just want to end this saying, like, you never know what people are going through, what they're experiencing. Like, you see people on the street, some people are just mean for no reason or whatever. Be kind to people when you can, because you just never know what they're going through. I cannot imagine, as someone that is that has survived as a losing my job because I spoke about it. That's insane. That's insane. It's literally inhumane. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't believe it. It was just the weirdest thing, but I will never use DoorDash again, ever. But this is the America that we are in. Okay? This is, this actually it's the one we've been in, okay? But it's just absolutely insane. But anyway, what I want to say is back to Kodak Black and Claressa. Check on y'all people. Check on your people. And I'm not trying to insult you if you came up on Flint water, because it wasn't your fault. But if you did, and things happen and you hear little voices and stuff, don't listen to them. I'm just saying. Claressa is wild, and I will definitely be doing some deeper content on that situation with her and this whole little thing, because there's a lot of moving parts. She has a pattern and a behavior that I definitely want to address. So anyway, I want to say thank you so much to my vibers, Honeydew Brown. We're going to celebrate your birthday tomorrow, girl. Yes, the cluckers are loose, okay? So thank you guys for coming through. Please, if you like this video, hype this video, okay? Because I didn't even know that it was a big deal until I looked and one of our videos was like number 100 on YouTube for being hyped, and that was cool. So hype the video if you like it. Don't forget to like the video. Hype it even if you're watching the replay. Make sure you support the LanoShopping55.com. The link will be pinned down in the comments section. And listen, don't drink that water. I don't care what nobody say. You do not want to be around here. You don't want to be around here dressing, acting, and being like Claressa, okay? If you had that water, baby, just pray. And yeah, just pray. Just pray. I'll see you guys later. Love you guys so much. Good night.